Audio Jungle.
Now, in order to get ready for the Oscars on February 22nd, I'm going to review all of the movies that I have seen that are nominated for awards. Mainly the ones nominated for Best Picture. So today I'm going to review The Theory of Everything. The Theory of Everything is actually based on the true story of Stephen Hawking, the author who was a student at Cambridge University in England and then got diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. Although Hawking was originally told that he only had 2 years left to live, his girlfriend turned wife named Jane, played by Felicity Jones, just stays with him, knowing what her husband is eventually going to go through. Now, let's just make things clear that Eddie Redmayne well deserved that nomination for Best Actor in this movie. His performance was outstanding playing the role of Stephen Hawking. After the doctor tells Hawking that he has been diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease, we slowly see him to begin weaken more each scene. His handwriting begins to look sloppy. He loses his balance as he walks. He then loses his voice, and he ends up like that one guy on Breaking Bad who can't talk in a wheelchair that always rings that bell. I have mad credit going to Redmayne due to the fact that he really convinced me that his character was going through all of that and that he could no longer talk normal and he was losing his ability to just about do everything. That is not a role that just any actor in Hollywood could do, so props to Redmayne. I honestly hope he wins the award for Best Actor. Felicity Jones had a pretty good performance as well, seeing more than half of the films nominated. I wouldn't say that she probably deserves to win the award for Best Supporting Actress. She did a very well done job at portraying the role of Stephen Hawking's wife, who absolutely convinced us that she loved him so much that she would hold on to him no matter what he eventually was going to have to go through. Probably the biggest problem I had with this movie is that I felt like the relationship between Stephen Hawking and Jane was very rushed through, and they could have developed it a lot better. Now, in another movie nominated for Best Picture that also was about a relationship turned to marriage, American Sniper, I feel like in that movie, they at least spent an appropriate amount of time to get the two of them together, rather than this movie when it was very rushed. Although it wasn't the most well-done, developed relationship we've seen on screen all year, I thought the chemistry between Redmayne and Jones worked out pretty well. Another big problem I had with this movie was when Stephen Hawking really began to lose his voice. There were no subtitles, and its own audience just had to listen very closely to clearly understand what he was trying to say. I also feel like this movie could have spent a lot more time on Hawking's own thoughts of him actually living a lot longer than what the doctor originally said to him. The fact that the film never reminded us that he originally only had 2 years left to live, the only way how the audience could really know how much Stephen Hawking actually overcame is just that it was buried in the plot. By the time I walked out of that movie theater, I ended up liking this movie a lot more than I thought I would end up liking this movie about 45 minutes into the film. My final score for The Theory of Everything out of 4 stars would be 3.5. So go see The Theory of Everything if it's playing at a movie theater near you, and I'm going to try my hardest to review all of the films nominated for Best Picture before the Academy Awards on February 22nd. To get more from Take Two Productions, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.